Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Radush Shubuhaat. In this session, this brief sitting, we want to bring to you all, our dear supporters and subscribers, we want to bring to you some clarity on an issue that involved one of our dear brothers and slandering of him by a claimed Christian apologist. And we want to expose this Christian apologist for what he has become and where he's going in his apologetic career, which we estimate to be very short, versus the brother who he has slandered and maligned, who has an impeccable record and honorable recommendations and acknowledgement amongst his colleagues and peers. The brother that we're talking about, who is dear to us and beloved to us, is our brother Shadid Lewis. And the gentlemen who have maligned and slandered him and accused him of something beneath his character and his history is a gentleman named Claus. I want to play for you an audio clip in which Shadid Lewis defended himself against the accusations made by Claus and exposed him to be the liar and the deceiver that he has become. And I say has become because Claus, in the beginning of his introduction into the circle of debates and apologetics, seemed or presented himself to be a reputable, respectable individual. But the more time goes on, then the uglier his character becomes, and the more we see in him the likes of those who we have classified and deemed to be unsavory and unappealing to deal with, to say the least. This fellow Claus was scheduled to have a debate with Brother Shadid Lewis, and in the making of the debate and going over the logistics and everything, there were some discussion of the cost of the debate or what was requested for the debate and like that. And all of us who are in the apologetic circle and in the debate forum, we know oftentimes that when debates are scheduled and set up, there is monetary compensation for the debate. People will give a monetary service to some people for their participation in the debate. This is not always the case, but in many places and times and people there is. And some people, this is their standard. If they're given a service for a debate, they're traveling, they're taking time out of their schedule to do whatever it is, then they ask for monetary compensation for that, and rightfully so. So this was to take place with Brother Shadid and Claus, and through this reality, the communication began to fall off, and there begin to be many accusations and false claims made against Brother Shadid. I will let the following audio clip speak for himself, and after the audio clip, we will make a final address on this issue and a final address on the gentleman Claus and what is our posture as Muslims and those in the apologetic circle amongst the Muslims, and how we are to deal with the likes of Claus. So listen to Brother Shadid explain the situation, and we post this video afterwards, and it will be sent directly to Claus so that he has the opportunity to come and defend himself against it, if there is any defense at all. With that being said, let us listen Let us pay attention and let us see for ourselves just the kind of quality of individual this guy Chris Claus is becoming. And again, I say becoming because we thought and we had good hopes with Chris Claus, and we have gave him honorable recommendations and acknowledged his character to be one that is suitable for engaging in debates and respective dialogue. But that view has quickly changed because of what we've seen from the gentleman. And after you listen in on Shadid explaining the situation, then we will make clear what is our position regarding Chris Claus and those of similar like. So listen in and stay tuned for the conclusion. And we hope that this video is of great benefit to you in going forward. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Today I'm here with the well-known debater for Muslim Debate Initiative, Brother Sean Shadid Lewis. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Shadid.
Wa alaikum salam, brother. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. I hear you're in good spirits as well, good time of the year. Brother Shadid, there has been a rumor online, not a rumor really, but I've seen on Facebook an individual by the name of Chris Claus indicating that he agreed to do a debate with you. Is it correct that he offered you money to do this debate?
Yes.
Okay, so he offered you money.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if he offered you money, and now he's saying that you canceled the debate because you asked for more money. Is that correct?
The reason was due to him not agreeing. The last email that we talked about was there was a disagreement with the amount.
Okay, Sean, sorry, Brother Shadid. Does he know that you are normally paid for events like debates?
Yes, I clearly told him that.
Okay, good. And he knows that there is a minimum.
Right. I told him what I usually get as a minimum, and because it was an internet thing, I said, well, since it's going to be on the internet, I wanted to get half of what I get when I do a public debate.
He didn't offer you half, did he? He offered under.
No, the amount that he offered was not half of what I usually get, no.
So the problem is this then. At any point, did he indicate that you can renegotiate any of the details of the debate?
Yes, interestingly, in the first email, he said, if there's anything you want to change, let me know. And I also need you to pick, he wanted me to pick a time when I was free. But he did make it clear that if there's anything I wanted to change, let him know. And the very next email that I sent him, I clearly said, I want to change the honorarium.
Hold on, Brother Shadid. That is shocking news to hear. Can you repeat that line to me? What did he send you in the first email?
Yep, in the very first email he sent me, he said, if there's anything you want to change, anything, clearly that's his statement. If there's anything you want to change, let me know. And there it is. So,
Brother Shadid, the problem is this. He's going online and he's saying that you only go in it for the money. But clearly, according to you, he says that you can change anything. So how do you reconcile those statements? Do you think he's just bitter that he didn't get the opportunity to debate you?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. He's upset because, I guess he really wanted, I think he figures he's going to try to catch me and get me and defeat me in debate or whatever. And he got upset that I didn't play his game. See, I didn't allow him to pull me into his game, so now he's upset.
So, Brother Shadid, what did Chris tell you? Has he ever taken money in a debate? Did he tell you that he's never taken money in a debate before or for an event?
Yes, that's what he's claimed. He said that he's always has voiced his reason for debating was not for money, and that he already said he would not be accepting money for a debate.
But, Brother Shadid, the reason I'm asking that question is because Chris Claus has personally told me that he accepted money for an event, a debate event he did with a popular Muslim speaker. So why is he now, does that surprise you? Does that surprise you that he's insulting you for your honorarium, but he also accepts money for debates?
Wow. It's wow. Now that's surprising. You would think that the person that he would hold to his, his principle here, but obviously not.
So the question is, why is it wrong for you? He offered you money, is that correct? He's the one that offered you the money.
Yeah, he said, I don't know if it's him or the organization would offer the honorarium.
But he's saying he himself doesn't take money to you, but yet he's told me that he's taken money. I mean, what standard is he standing on to judge you like that? That is quite surprising. I mean, how do you feel after hearing that?
Yeah, now that's definitely surprising, but that just shows the hypocrisy that these fake evangelists have, you know?
Brother Shadid, is it true as well that he claimed that you are a racist and you opened a room on Palto called The White Men Are the Devil? Is that correct?
He also, yeah, he tried to slander me. That was another reason too why I admit that I started to, you know, say, well, look, if they're going to call me into a debate, then we're going to have to make this on my terms, because yes, he was acting, you know, I guess I can use a nice word. He was acting like a jerk and making serious claims like that. And right, he made the claim that supposedly, because we talked about that in the emails too. He made the claim that I opened the room called The White Man of the Devil. And I was like, that's a damn lie. I never had any such room at all.
So are you saying that, okay, according to what you're saying, is that he has been slandering you for a while and he used the opportunity of not being able to meet your requirements as another reason to slander you and your character?
Yes, right. Mm-hmm.
Astaghfirullah, these people, I really can't understand it. So, Brother Shadid, I haven't seen anything from you online, discrediting Chris. I haven't seen you on Paltalk, and I am on Paltalk in your room often. I haven't seen you slandering Chris, but have you posted anything about the debate since?
No. Well, once we had that last email exchange and it appears that he wasn't going to meet my requirements, then I was like, well, you know, I don't need to debate you. I said, you called me. I made it clear, say, look, you called me, so I don't need to debate you. So if you don't want to, you know, give me my requirements, then it doesn't matter to me, because I don't need to debate you. And that was it. So, you know, I left it alone. I don't even discuss him. I don't make any videos about him or anything. But now I'm hearing that he's talking about me behind my back, and so clearly he's very upset and salty. That
the word is salty here, because I'm a personal witness to this, and so is Brother Yahya, and so is Brother Mustafa, that he's been on Facebook almost every other conversation mentioning that slandering you about the money issue. Brother Mustafa, are you here? Assalamu alaikum, Brother Mustafa.
Alaikum salam.
Can you testify to the fact that this is what Chris has been doing on Facebook?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so yeah, you have it, Brother Shadid. How do you feel about that? Do you think this is normal behavior for him?
Well, that just goes to show that it's personal. You see, if it was really about the theology and the religious debate, then it would just be about that. But the fact that he's doing that, talking about me and slandering me behind my back, shows you that this is personal. This is a personal issue with him. It's more than just about the religious issue. You see?
Well, what's interesting, Brother Shadid, is that I know it's personal because his wife personally told us that Chris embarrassed you, and that's why you don't want to debate him. Wallahi, his wife told us that. I'm not kidding.
Well, you know, I would expect a man's wife to take up for him, but Chris has never embarrassed me. His information is wrong, it's distorted. I've exposed him many times on how he comes to these false conclusions, and even shown, look, your conclusion is wrong based upon the evidence itself. So, you know, but again, that's his wife. You know, you expect a man's wife to take up for him, but no, he's never embarrassed me at all. He's really always embarrassed himself with his false information and his false conclusions.
Well, Brother Shadid, this is the problem I have with Chris at this point in time. And I just want to get your thoughts on this, okay? Just so that we clearly understand it. Can Chris engage you on Paltalk at any time? Have you already engaged with Chris on Paltalk? Can he come at any time and engage you freely on Paltalk?
Yes, indeed. I'm on Paltalk a lot, very often.
If I understand this correctly, he has a discussion with you on Paltalk, which initiated the discussion on the debate, correct?
Yes.
So did you did you charge him money for having a discussion on Paltalk with him?
No, not at all. Paltalk is free.
Then clearly, you're not involved in it for the money.
Exactly.
So if he can engage with you without it costing money, why is he going around saying you do not debate except for money? That changes the narrative. That is clearly dishonesty and slandering. Would you agree with that?
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
So, Brother Shadid, just so that we're clear here, who is the one that declined the debate? If I understand it correctly, I asked you what did you want to change. You mentioned the honorarium had to increase, and who declined after that? Was it you or him?
Yeah, after that it was him. He took that and he made an assumption that I was supposedly declining, but I made no such statement.
What did he say? Can you mention what he said, if that's possible?
Yeah, basically, when the issue of the honorarium became an issue, he says, "Oh, so I'm taking these messages as you declining the debate. Thanks."
Well,
I'm like,
That is shocking information because he's been going around saying that you were the one declining the debate. Wallahi.
Nope, not at all. And then I even responded to him and I told him, I said, look, I said, I want to do the debate. Let's just get this honorarium, matted out. That's the only real issue I have.
Are you shocked to hear that he's been saying that?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm definitely shocked. But then again, no, I'm not. After witnessing his character, I'm not shocked that he would slander and lie like this. No.
So you're saying to me that he behaved like Claus normally behaves?
Yes, exactly. So no, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked.
Now, Brother Shadid, you have had many moderated debates. You are well known internationally. As a well-established debater, would you recommend any Muslims engaging with Claus after this issue you've had with him?
I would say no. I would say he needs to be ostracized from the debate community.
Well, you're not alone with that. We've seen a Brother Akil. I don't know if you know about Brother Akil. He's an up-and-coming, well-established Muslim debater. And he has also indicated on your behalf that he will not engage with Chris in any further debates because he felt as if your character was maligned, that you were slandered. So you have Muslims in the community who are very upset with the behavior of Chris Claus. So you're not alone in this. You, of course, know that I support you completely. We're friends. We've known each other for a while. So you know that we have your back here, Brother Shadid. Is that correct?
Yes, indeed. And I appreciate that. I appreciate it from the Muslim community and the brothers in the debate community. I appreciate that greatly.
Right. So, Brother Shadid, I want to thank you for coming on, for clearing up the issue. And just so that the brothers and sisters who hear this understand, Brother Shadid, and myself as well, obviously, we have received offers from many Christian organizations for travel fees and honorariums. Honorariums are normally given to you in substitute for you missing a day's work. Is that correct, Brother Shadid?
Yep. Yes.
Right. Everybody is offered money. Not everybody takes it. I personally haven't taken it, but it's absolutely okay. It's normal. It's popular. Every speaker, that's their job, isn't it? It's their job to go to events. They have to skip a day's work. And so you lose money by doing these events. Now, Brother Shadid is almost 24/7 online on a Pal Talk room engaging with Christians. What's the name of the Pal Talk room, Brother Shadid?
Yeah, I'm on Pal Talk a lot. And you're right, for free. I spend many hours on there, many hours on Pal Talk, doing dawah work, debating, refuting stuff. And I do that all for the pleasure of Allah. I ask no money. But when these people call me, they call me to do this. When they call me, and you're right, then I have to leave home and go away and, and be off, miss my business for a few days or however many days they call me. Yes, indeed. No problem. I have no problem being, for them to compensate that.
As we are closing off now, I just want to say thank you for coming. Thank you for clarifying the issue. I believe you have a website and I believe you have a Pal Talk room. Can you give us more information on where people can hear more about you?
Yes, my YouTube channel is Mr. Islam Answers Back, where I have many of my videos, my debates. Sometimes I do videos where I just address issues, but you can also see my debates. My website is the case for Islam.webs.com. On Pal Talk, usually I'm hanging out. It's not my room, but usually I hang out in the room Muslim Christian Dialogue. I usually hang out in there. There is a room that I share with some of the other brothers. It's called Islam Answers You. So these are the places that I frequent. And if you're ever on Pal Talk, you'll probably catch me in one of those.
Okay, and Chris apparently caught you in the room about a white devil, yeah?
Yeah, which I never opened or had.
The lies that people can throw at you because of a simple disagreement, it's shocking to be quite honest.
It is.
And just as I'm closing off, I just want to be certain, did he or did he not confirm that you can change anything about the debate in his first email correspondence with you?
Yes, he did. In the first email, his last sentence in that first email was clearly that if there's anything, it says that if there's anything you want to change, let him know. And then and the very next email I send says, well, I want to change the honorarium. And then all of a sudden it's become a problem now.
Well, if a sudden you're a racist with a fake name, you're a racist, it's shocking the attacks that came out of that. But thank you for clarifying the issue. May Allah reward you for your efforts and time. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Shadid, and assalamu alaikum to our viewers. Have a good day.
Wa alaikum salam.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulullah. Assalamu alaikum. So, after listening to Brother Shadid explain what the situation was and what occurred between him and Chris Claus, and other testimonies about the behavior of Chris Claus and those with him, then it becomes clear that this type of activity and this type of deceit and lying and ill behavior is not befitting for the circle that we wish to engage ourselves in. As Muslims, we are here to defend Islam and to clarify the truth of the matter. We are not here to lie upon anyone, to defame anyone, but we are here for the truth. And it becomes evident that people like Chris Claus and others really have no regard for the truth, but more their agenda is to do anything they can to attack and defame Islam, irrespective of whether what they say is true or not. So because of this, then myself and other brothers that you heard on the video have come to the conclusion that we wish not to affiliate ourselves on platforms with the likes of Chris Claus, the likes of Sam Shimon, the likes of Usama Dakduk, the likes of Christian Prince, because it becomes clear that these people are not interested at all in engaging in this discourse and discussing the issues, but rather just interested in defaming and disparaging and disrespecting Islam, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Quran, Muslims, and the like. So because of that, and after our attempts to try to deal with some of these individuals civilly, it's clear that this is not the kind of engagement that they want. Rather, they're only into defamation of character and insulting and maligning and profaning the character of the Muslims and Islam. So our position is that Chris Claus and his like and others that we mentioned are to be boycotted, and that no Muslim apologist should engage in them, any debate, and share any platforms with them until or unless they make open apologies and taking back the lies that they have put against individuals and gearing towards a more respectful and productive dialogue. If we don't receive this from these individuals, then we're not interested in debating them or sharing any platform with them until their behavior and their character changes to be more respectable and reputable. And if Chris Claus makes any invitation to any Muslims out there, then they should decline it unless it becomes made known that he have apologized for his insults and his attacks on a brother whose character is known to be upright and just. This is what we wanted to present, and we hope that the information that you heard is beneficial and makes clear to you why our circle is making this decision and issuing this warning against guys like Chris Claus and others who have been on the boycott list for some time, like Sam Shimon and others, because of their vile and foul behavior and engaging in civil dialogue with them just seems to be impossible, despite our efforts at times. Pass this on, make it known, and again we invite Chris Claus to view the video, to view the facts as stated in it, and if he have any facts contrary to that, to prove that his case is other than what we have explained here, then we're open for that and examine that. But if not, and unless there's an open apology for the insults and the defamation and the slander that's made against our brother Shadid, then we have no dealings with Chris Claus, and let him be as he is and try to make a name for himself somewhere else with someone else. This is what we wanted to present. And again, we hope that it's a benefit to you all. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.